All right. So before we get into everything, guys, I just want to give you some pointers that you could have kind of available or on deck. We'll be going through, and I guess I could just show you guys this. So we're going to be going through some basic exercises similar to what we would do normally in class, but obviously we're limited on equipment for a lot of things. So there'll be a lot of variations that we can throw in just to mix in, especially if you guys do have equipment. I'll give you some options that you can throw in. And then also just with the bodyweight movements themselves, there'll be some options that you can throw in just so you can accommodate making it more difficult or making it easier. But it is going to be more of that lifting focus, which obviously is what shred is all about normally when we're in the gym using weights. But we're going to try to keep that with the more bodyweight oriented strength specific movements. So like I said, if there is things around your house, like I think a few things offhand that would really be helpful would be like if you have some stairs by you, and feel free to just, you don't have to bring your camera with you or anything, but feel free to grab those when we need to. There's like a step up variation, but there is a modification if you don't have stairs by you or if you don't feel like moving. A few other things might be if you want to load a squat variation with anything that replicates a dumbbell, right? So like maybe a heavy gallon of water, a backpack with some stuff in it, things like that. So feel free to utilize that, or if you have dumbbells, obviously you can add and load the squat or different weights with that as well. So like I said, though, if you have nothing at all, you're going to be just fine. We're going to be able to have a great workout as well. But what we're going to be doing, so we're going to be doing we'll be doing 7 exercises all together, and we're going to go through it one by one. So each exercise, we're going to go for about 45 seconds, and then we'll take about 20 seconds in between, move to the next exercise, and we're going to move through that 3 or 4 times. Before we get into everything, we're going to warm up, we'll cool down at the end, and we'll get things rolling that way. But if you guys have anything that you need to, you can always unmute if you want me to, if you can't see me, but I'll try my best to make sure I'm in the screen just so you can see things. If you have any questions, even during things, you can pop up and just unmute yourself. We're not muting you because we don't want you to talk, but it's just because we don't want any background noise or that sort of thing. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to just pop on, unmute yourself and ask, but otherwise we'll get things rolling. And you guys, especially since you're on mute, feel free to put on some music and get your groove on virtually, right? All right, so let's do it. So we're gonna get things going here. Let's just get warmed up. Make sure you can see me during the warm up here. So we'll get things started. We're just gonna get the heart rate going a little bit. So nothing crazy here. We'll start out as usual, just some arm swings back and forth, guys. Making sure we're loosening up a bit. Good, good, good. Then we're gonna start out with some arm circles, starting out small in diameter, going forward here, and then we're gonna work our way into bigger circles. Perfect. Good, then same thing backwards, guys, starting out small, just getting those shoulders warmed up. Hopefully you guys are all doing well so far through all this craziness. Best thing I've figured out is stay moving. Keeps my head from getting too out of control with all this going on. All right, speaking of moving, let's get going. We're gonna start out with some jumping jacks, get things going here. We'll do about 10 of them, guys. Good, good, good. Keep breathing. Then we're gonna switch it up to some high knees. You can always walk in place as well. Still getting those knees up, arms going. Otherwise, you can get it into more of a run. Good, then we'll switch it up to butt kickers. So we're kicking those heels up to that butt, still keeping those arms going. Again, you can always slow it down. Still kicking those arms, kicking those heels up. Either way, especially if you have any joint problems at all, if you're feeling a little stiff in the legs. So from there, we're gonna shake it out, get that blood moving. We're gonna widen out then, guys, into a side lunge. So make sure you guys can see me here. Do a side lunge, so opening up just outside shoulder width. Let that opposite leg straighten out a bit, keeping that weight evenly distributed on that front foot, the weight where the weight is. Good, you can hold it, let that opposite leg that's straightened out stretch for a second or two. Good, keep that posture as well. Do a few each side here, guys. Good. And then when you're done with that, we're going to relax down the middle. Just let those hamstrings stretch out a bit. You can grab your elbows to get a little bit more of a stretch. Just a few seconds here, a few seconds. All right, and then come on down. We're going to be going into some glute bridges here. So if you have a mat, this would be a great time to keep that near you because we will be using that at different points. So from here, guys, make sure you can just touch those heels. And then we're going to be squeezing up into those glutes through the heels. We're driving. You can even raise those toes up a little bit, keeping that core tight so you're not overextending. Driving through those heels, squeezing those glutes at the top. We're going to do 10 reps of those, guys. 10 reps of those. Finish that up. Really drive through those heels, keeping that core tight. And then you're going to flip right over to your stomach. We're going to do some Supermans, some good old Supermans. So from here, guys, keeping that head down so you're not overextending that neck. We're going to keep our body in a nice straight line, squeezing up through those glutes, bringing those thighs off the ground. You're going to keep those arms right in line with your ears as you perform 10 reps. Take your time with this, guys, really trying to warm up that low back as well as those glutes. Keeping that going for 10 reps. And then from there, guys, we're going to go into a scorpion, right? So we're just going to do 5 active scorpions or seals. I always get confused in my yoga terms here. We're just loosening up that low back. So you're going to keep it active. It's getting a little bit loose, especially since we've been sitting a lot or laying down. Not as active as you normally are, especially if you're working from home, maybe. Just loosening up that low back a bit. And then from there, guys, we're going to go into some push-ups. So just some basic push-ups. You don't want to gas yourself out here. We're only going to do 10 reps, but just get the blood flow into those arms. So we're going to be here. Regular push-ups, nice and controlled, keeping that core tight. Or you can always modify it. Like I said, we're just warming up here. Going to those knees. So from there, we're going to be doing those push-ups. Then we'll come on back up to our feet once you're ready. All right, good work, guys. And we're just going to finish it here with some air squats. And then we're getting going with our first official movement. So 10 air squats to finish the warm-up. Remember on these squats, guys, don't worry about the depth. Try to go as low as you can with good form. So good posture. Shoulders retracted so you're not rounding that upper back or lower back. Keeping that weight evenly distributed on those feet. So not too far on the toes, not too far back on your heels either. All right, so like I mentioned, guys, we're going to be going through 7 different movements. So the first one is going to be a reverse lunge. So we're going to be going for 45 seconds here. It's going to be a reverse lunge, reaching back, finding that toe, and slowly sinking down into that lunge. This is one where you can utilize your step-ups on the stairs instead to make it a little bit more challenging, where you're actually stepping up onto the stairs. You definitely don't have to. And you could also add some weight if you want to as well through the lunge. All right, so we're gonna get things started here. Like I said, it's gonna be 45 seconds, then we'll have 20 seconds rest. I'll explain that next movement, then we'll work through it. We're gonna go through multiple rounds here. So we'll do about probably 3 or 4 minimum. So the first movement, 45 seconds, reverse lunges here, reaching back, ready, and go. So 45 seconds, guys. Focus on finding a focal point in front of you. Find a wall, keeping that posture throughout. And you don't want to let that knee crash into the ground. You want a nice controlled descent. And one way to really slow things down and make it more difficult is going to be just slowing the movement down. It's one of the big tips I have for you guys. Just slowing things down. We've got about 10 seconds left here. Going to keep this going. Nice and controlled. Keep that core nice and stable. You can have your arms out in front here or over the top, either way, and relax. All right. So there's 45 seconds. That's our first movement. Like I said, guys, if you want, you can always add in a step up on the stairs to make that a little bit more difficult, or just add some weight. All right, so that's gonna be our first one. Our second one is going to be a traditional push-up. So you guys can see me, we're coming down. You don't wanna be too close with your grip, and you don't wanna be too wide. So find that happy medium, keep that core nice and stable, belly button towards our spine, as we like to say, coming down nice and controlled, all right? You can always modify to a kneeling push-up. We'll get things going here for our first round push-ups, and go. 45 seconds. Remember, keep that core nice and tight. Nice and controlled on the way down. If you need to take a break, you can always modify it to those knees as well. So taking your time, really planting those hands into the ground, guys. Nice and controlled. You're over halfway, you're doing great, guys. Keep that form as best you can. Keep fighting through it. You got about 15 seconds. Remember, if you need to modify, you can. And if it's too easy, slow those reps down. Make them a little bit harder. Make that muscle work a little harder. 2, 1, and relax. Nice job, guys. So that's our second exercise. Third one, you can stay right on the mat. We're just gonna be doing a glute bridge. So this is one where if you wanna make it harder, you can go to a single leg glute bridge. Okay, so if you wanna make it harder, switch halfway, and we'll do one leg first half, the other leg the second half if you're doing single leg. Otherwise, it's gonna be here, just like in warm-ups. Make sure you can just touch those heels, driving through those heels, squeezing up through those glutes. All right, so from here, guys, we'll get going. Glute bridges, round 1, and go. Remember, if you'd like to make it harder, the second leg is gonna be elevated straight to the sky, driving through that heel that's still on the ground. If you are doing that single leg variation, just make sure we switch halfway. I'll give you a call out. Good work, guys. Keep it going here. Keep it going. And switch. We're halfway there if you are doing single leg. Otherwise, keep it going. Remember, driving through those heels. Core nice and tight. Really focus on that engagement with those glutes. If you don't know what the glutes are, it's your butt. 3, 2, and 1. You never believe how many people have asked me, what are the glutes, Joe? It's the peach emoji, guys, peach emoji. All right, next, the couch dip, as I like to say. So this is another good example. If you do have something around, you can utilize that. It's going to help you a little bit. The other thing you can do is just on the floor, you can do a dip as well. So what that's gonna look like, guys, it's almost like you're doing like a bridge, but you're gonna be here. So you're raising up those hips and we're coming down and up, down and up. Nice and controlled and back up. So if you do have something around, which I'll grab this bench here. You can utilize something like this, which will allow you to put your hands on and perform the dips. So for instance, like the edge of a couch or something in that fashion, or even the edge of a chair or a table that's sturdy would be fine, or even a chair would work as well. But otherwise, I'll be doing the variation body weight just to show you if you don't have anything at all. So from here, guys, first round, make sure you're in a good position. First round, dips and go. So from here, coming down nice and controlled. And if you're in this position, guys, make sure you keep those hips up. That's gonna help you. Should really be feeling it through the triceps and the back of those arms. Minimally in the shoulders. If you're feeling any stress in the shoulders, we can always come to a close grip push-up instead, where you're keeping your hands nice and close together and elbows tight. Otherwise, keep it going. Like I said, that's if you're feeling a little bit too much stress in those shoulders. You guys are almost there. We got about 5 seconds. And relax. Nice job, guys. All right, we're almost through that first round. I know the first round's kind of a little bit of a learning curve here, but Our next move is going to be a single leg RDL. So without anything to stabilize, it's going to look like this, reaching down and back up, really squeezing through my glute here. So I'm reaching down, opposite arm, touching that toe, boom. My leg, my knee isn't locked out, it's slightly bent. Nice and controlled, and back up, all right? So this is one where we'll switch halfway. If you need to stabilize with something, you definitely can. It's gonna help you. So you're coming down, same thing. If you need to stabilize, you can. Use that for balance if you need to. Like a couch or the arm of a couch or a chair works great. So like I said, switch halfway. I'll give you guys the call out. First round and go. Start out with that first side. Nice and controlled. Like I said, you're really squeezing through that glute of the foot that's on the ground. Squeeze that butt. You should feel a nice stretch through those hamstrings, which is the back of those legs. Really working on our balance here. You're probably going to be pretty sore tomorrow, actually, because it's different muscle groups when you're slowing down. So switch sides then. You're going to hit those little stabilizing muscles that we normally don't when you have a lot more intention with your movements. Keep it going, guys. We're almost there. We got about 5 seconds. Really squeeze through that glute here. Opposite arm to that toe. And last one, and relax. Boom. Good work, guys. Good work. All right. So our next one is going to be a traditional squat. So there's a few ways you can make this happen. We can do just our body weight squat like we did in warm-ups. You can make that harder by creating a jump squat where you're exploding, or you could add weight and slow down the movement. Or you can slow down the movement without any weight. These are all ways to make it harder and accommodate. So we just got a body weight squat. From here, widen out just about shoulder width, whatever's going to be a good stance for you. And then from there, just like in warm-ups, we'll get things going, 45 seconds, and go. First round of squats here, nice and controlled, guys. Take your time. If you are adding some weight, you can hold it up here. You want to make sure you keep those elbows underneath, whether it's a dumbbell, whether it's a gallon of water, whatever it may be, perfect. Remember, if you want to make it harder, guys, slow down on that squat, nice and controlled. That's going to really help you make it a little bit more difficult without really doing anything except changing the tempo, slowing that tempo down. Boom, nice and controlled. Squeeze that butt at the top. Remember, don't worry about your depth. Get as low as you can, maintaining good posture. You can also reach back with your butt towards the couch and use the couch as a guide too, if that helps. And relax. Boom. All right, good job, guys. Done with squats. So we got one more, and that'll complete the rotation, and then we're gonna go back through. So now I promise we'll be done learning then, and then we'll be going back through everything we already just did. So we'll be fresh and ready to go. So we are going to be doing our last but not least, Superman rows. So what those are gonna look like here is gonna be like our Supermans from the beginning, but now we're gonna hold it, and you're gonna have your hands down, so towards the ground, right? We're gonna be here, coming back and out, back and out. While I'm doing this, I'm squeezing through my butt and my glutes, as well as my hamstrings, which are the back of those legs, and my low back. So I'm holding that Superman, coming from here, elbows in, reach, elbows in, reach. All right, this will be a good one, not only for that lower back and butt, but also the upper back. So you'll start to feel it. All right, first round here, guys, ready? And go. Superman rows. So hold that, squeeze those glutes, coming back and reach, back and reach. A good rule of thumb is staying in line with those ears as best you can. And if it's starting to hurt your low back at all, or you feel it painfully starting to tax down in this area, just do the rows for me. Keep those legs on the ground. Otherwise, keep challenging yourself. You guys are doing great. We're reaching, reaching. Almost there. Keep it up, guys. This is a tough one, getting that back firing. Come on, we're almost there. We got 5, we got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. All right, good work, guys. So I want you guys to grab a quick drink. You guys are gonna get a minute. It's about 30 seconds to a minute. Grab a drink, and then we're gonna go back through from the top. Gina, Rob, Sophie, how you guys doing? Feeling good? Good, good, good. All right, give you guys a little bit more time here. A few more seconds to get things rolling. I'm working up a sweat. How about you guys? How about you guys? All right, we'll get things going right back from the top. So remember, we got the reverse lunges first. Remember, if you want to add some weight, you can, up to the top here. Ready? I'm going to add some weight as well this time. Show you guys what that looks like. Ready, set, and go. 45 seconds. Good, nice and controlled. So I just have a sandbag here. You could have a backpack on. You could do a lot of different things. Just got to add some weight. You guys are doing great. Remember, don't let that knee crash. We don't want that knee crashing down. We want it nice and controlled. Nice and controlled. Remember, if you're adding some dumbbells here, you can be holding them at the sides, 5 seconds, or you can be holding one together and relax. Good job, guys. Good job. All right. Moving on, our second one, we got push-ups. Remember, guys, push-ups, we're coming down. If you need to go to kneeling push-ups, you can. Bring those hips as far forward as you can. Going into those push-ups. Ready, and go. Remember, if you start to fatigue, you can always drop down to that kneeling push-up, or just give yourself a rest and then get back into it. So make sure those hands are not too close. You want to be feeling it through that chest, through those shoulders, as well as those arms. Good work, guys. You guys are doing great. Keep it going. 15 seconds left. Remember, if you need to drop to those knees, you can. Come on, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, guys, good work, good work. So there is exercise 2, round 2. Now we're gonna be going to glute bridges. So remember, with the bridges, guys, you can always switch to single leg, make it a little harder. Switch halfway if you do, listen for my command. Exercise 3, round 2, and go. Bridges coming up, driving through those heels. If you're doing those single legs, keep that opposite leg straight. Driving through those heels. Nice and controlled, guys. Almost halfway. Keep it going. Keep it going. If you're doing single leg, switch to the other side. Good. Keep it up, guys. If you got those double leg going, really drive through those heels. You can even hold it for a half second at the top. That'll make it a little bit harder. Keep squeezing, guys. You're almost there. Come on. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right. Good job, guys. Good job. So then we got the couch dip. Remember, if you'd like to use a couch, I'll demonstrate with this. Couch works great, or the arm of a couch, or even a chair. So, ready? Get yourself set up, guys. 3, 2, and 1, go. Make sure you keep your body nice and close to that couch. Coming down as much as you can comfortably. can always bring your feet in here and support yourself a little bit more to help your cause as well. Good, you guys are doing great. Take your time here. Nice and controlled, perfect. Good, really pushing through those triceps, back of those arms. You're almost there, guys. Keep it going, we got 10 seconds left. Finish strong. 3, 2, and 1. Good, you guys can relax. Perfect. All right. Good job, guys. Good job. Shake it out a little bit here. Then we're gonna be going to the single leg RDL. So remember, if you are doing the single leg RDLs, you can always use a couch or something to grab for balance. We're gonna get things rolling here. Ready? And go. So reaching down. Remember, first leg, first half, and then we'll switch halfway. So really squeeze through that leg. If you need to stay balanced on something, you definitely can. Use that object to help your cause. Get a nice stretch through that leg and switch halfway, guys. Switch to the other side. Nice and controlled. Good. Take your time. Use that object if you need to. Especially really slow it down. Squeeze through that butt. Last rep. And good, you guys can relax. All right. Single leg RDL is done. Now we're gonna be going into the squats, all right? So remember, if you wanna add some dumbbells here, you can. You can also, if you really wanna get crazy, you could do a pistol squat, single leg at a time, if you're really trying to go crazy. All right, ready? Squats here and go. Nice and controlled, guys. Keep that weight evenly distributed over those feet, not too far on your toes, not too far back on your heels. I like keeping my arms out in front, help stabilize, balance me out. Nice and controlled, guys, nice and controlled. You got it. Keep it going here. We're over halfway. If you got some single legs going, make sure you switch to the other side. Keep that going, guys. Remember, you can also jump squats. And relax. Nice work, guys. Squats are done. Good work. We got one more in this round. We're going to be going to the Supermans next. Make sure you guys can see me here. So remember, with the Supermans, we can keep those legs up, or you can bring them down if it starts to hurt the low back at all, if you're having any pain. Round 2, last exercise. Ready and go. Coming up, squeeze, reach, squeeze, reach, squeeze, reach, squeeze, reach. You guys are doing great. Keep it going here. Really bring those elbows tight to your sides and then extend as far as you can out. Remember, trying to keep them in line with those ears. You guys are doing good. Keep it going. Breathe. Got about 15 seconds, guys. 15 seconds. Squeeze through that butt. Keep that butt firing. You got it. Thighs off the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Good job, guys. All right. Good work. 2 rounds down. We're going to do one more, guys. One more. Grab a drink. Give you guys a minute here. Thumbs up if everyone's feeling good. If you're watching the replay, you can leave a comment down below how you're liking it. Can everyone hear me okay? Thumbs up. Good, 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 good. Good job, guys. All right, we're gonna give you about 30 more seconds. Grab a drink. You guys are doing great. You guys are doing great. All right, let's get things going here. We're gonna do one more round through every exercise, guys. So let's keep it going. Now that we got the groove going, time to push it a little bit. So we'll start out with those reverse lunges again here. Ready, and go. Arms out in front. Remember, you can always add some resistance if you need to. Take your time here, take your time. Nice and controlled. Good, we're over halfway there, guys, halfway there. Really take your time after you find that foot into the ground. Let that knee descend slowly. Can make it a little harder by slowing it down. Last few reps, guys. And relax. Perfect. Perfect. All right, we got push-ups next. Push-ups are next. Find that mat coming down. All right, remember, if you need to modify, you can. Ready, and go. Take your time here. Stay nice and tight through that core, guys. Really slow down on the way down if you need to. Remember, if you go to those knees, it's gonna look like this. If you bring your hips out farther, it's gonna make it easier. Hips pushed closer to the ground will make it more like a normal push-up. You guys got less than 10 seconds. Push it here now. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. All right. Remember, these are the last rounds of these exercises, so push yourself. We'll be done with them after this. So, done with push-ups. Now we're going to glute bridges, guys. Glute bridges. Flip it around here onto our butt. Remember, if you're doing single leg, switch halfway. Ready, and go. So nice and controlled. Really driving through that heel. Squeezing through that butt. Good, nice and controlled, guys. Keep it going. Keep it going. If you're doing single arm, or single leg, I should say, switch it up. Keep that opposite leg straight. If you're going both legs, same things apply. Drive through those heels here. You can hold it for a second at the top, remember, to also make it harder. Almost there, guys. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. All right. Good work, good work. So now we got the dips, guys. We got dips. Remember, if you have nothing to dip on, it's gonna look more like this, coming down. You're gonna bring those hips up. Getting started here. Boom. All right. I'll do those body weight only for you guys who aren't using anything. Ready, and go. Hips up high. Bend through the elbow. Extend. Bend through the elbow. Extend. Keep those hips up. Remember, if this one feels a little funky, that's okay. You can always flip around to a push-up instead with a close grip. Keep it going, guys. We're almost there. Keep it going. Keep it going. Three, 2, and 1. Relax. Good job, guys. Good job. I know that one's a little bit more difficult form-wise. I hope you found one that works good and you can feel through those triceps especially. That isn't hurting the shoulders. So we're gonna be moving on from the dips. Now we got the single leg RDLs. So remember, if you have a chair or object near for balance, you can utilize that. Otherwise, we'll get things going. First leg, ready, and go. Nice and controlled. squeeze. Nice controlled squeeze. So notice how my knee slightly bent, but not locked out and not too far bent. Really squeezing through my butt here. Good, switch legs, other side. Show you guys this way. Nice and controlled. 5 seconds left, guys. You're almost there. Keep it going. Stay strong through that other leg and relax. All right, good work, guys. Good work. So next we got some squats here. Remember, if you want to modify, you definitely can. Grab your dumbbell if you have one. Get yourself a little quick break. All right. Got two more exercises, guys. 2 more. All right, let's get it. Ready, set, and go. Take your time. Nice and controlled on those squats. Keep that weight evenly distributed, guys, best you can. Nice and controlled. Good, keep that going. If you're doing jump squats, you can always add that in. Landing soft on those feet. Good, finish it up, guys, we're almost there. Nice and controlled. Keep those shoulders back as best you can. Keep that posture. You guys are doing great. Slow down on that descend, the eccentric or negative, and relax. All right, 1 more, guys. We got 1 more, then we're gonna cool it down. Show you guys this way this time. All right, so we got our Supermans. Remember, bringing those feet off the ground, thighs off the ground if you can, and reaching up towards the top. So from here, squeeze up, ready, and go. Need my timer. Keep it going now. Bring those elbows in and reach. Reach. Try to keep it in line, those arms in line with your ears. Keep those hips off the ground as best you can. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. You guys are doing great. Keep it going. Last exercise here. You got 15 seconds left. Keep those thighs off the ground as best you can. Squeeze that butt. Come on, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. All right. Good job, guys. Good job. Give yourself a little golf clap at home. You don't want to wake the neighbors or anything if you got roommates or loved ones. But grab a quick drink. Then we're going to do a few stretches here, guys. A few stretches. Once you guys are ready, we're going to start out with some downward dog. So if you're not familiar, we're going to bring those hips high. As you can see, gazing down at those thighs, keeping those arms extended. So if you need to, you can always pedal back 1 at a time. Keep those knees bent slightly. Really let the back of those legs stretch out a bit, keeping those hips high, arms out in front. From here, then we're going to come down to our stomach, relaxing. Point those toes so those feet are flat, and then we're going to come up, roll those shoulders back. If you need to, you can walk your hands out a little bit if it's too intense. You can relax back down, guys. Then we're going to sink back onto those heels. Keep your arms extended out. You can widen out those knees slightly as well. Let your head relax down. Try to breathe. Be thankful we can move our bodies and still exercise at this crazy time. one of the many benefits of some perspective. Good. From there, we're going to work our way up to one knee. You guys are doing great. A few more here to stretch out that hip. Try to keep that core tight so you're not overextending that low back. Breathe, let those hips stretch. Again, especially if you're sitting a lot. You're doing more running than usual. Good. Switch to the other side. Same thing, core tight. Good. Then we're going to stand all the way up, guys. You're going to shake out those legs a little bit. Then we're going to relax over. Let your head relax as well. Just hold that. Those hamstrings stretch out, low back. Good. Then from there, we'll come all the way up, guys. Reach to the sky. Good. Then reach across. Good. And other side. Good. Shake it out. Just a few more here. Stretch out through that arm. Let those shoulders stretch a bit. And good. Same thing the other side. All right. And you guys are all set. Give me virtual high fives.